my name is Melissa van Dijk and I'm a makeup artist, and in today's video I'm going to show you two beautiful, creative, bright and bold eye makeup looks which I'm going to create with the Kryolan 18 color eyeshadow palette. And of course I'm going to separate it into steps so that you can recreate the look and follow the steps at home, so that you can also end up with a gorgeous, bright and bold eye makeup look. And so for the first eye makeup look I'm going to stick with some greens. I'm going into a light green, medium green and dark green to create the look, so that we have still a beautiful but also a very noticeable eye makeup look. And I'm also going to start off with the first step, which is applying the light green shadow on the main lid area until you reach the crease. And for that I'm also going to use a crease brush. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to dig into the shadow at first, have it on the brush, and then start applying it, as well as blending the shadow already a little bit. And then if you like to, this is also what I'm going to do. I'm also going to use the finger to do the main application, so that the color will be a little bit more pigmented and also a little bit more noticeable. And so now once you're happy on how you applied the lightest green shadow on the main lid area and you reach the crease, then we now can move on to the next step, which is digging into the second darkest green shadow, like basically the medium shade, and then putting this one through the crease and a little bit towards the outer corner as well, just to get a little bit more of a smoother application later on. And I'm going to use the same crease brush for it, as well as digging into the shadow. And if you like to, you always can go back into a previous shadow if you want to make sure that the blending is also on point. And so now once you have applied it through the crease and you made sure that the lighter shade blends in with the medium shade, then you're good to go to move on to the next step, which is applying the same shadow that we used now through the crease on the lower lash line. And for that I'm going to stick with the same brush. You can also use a flat eyeshadow brush if you like to. This is totally your choice. And with this brush, because I'm using the crease brush, you can also squeeze it just a little bit, like make it thinner and also like a flat eyeshadow brush, and then use it on the lower lash line as well. And now once you have applied the medium shadow on the lower lash line as well with the crease brush or flat eyeshadow brush, we now can move on to the next step, which is applying the dark green shadow towards the outer corner. And I'm going to stick with the same brush, just I'm going to dip into the dark green. Don't forget to connect it also with the lower lash line and upper part, as well as if you like to, you can always go back into the light green shadow to help you blend the dark and the light shadow into each other. And now if you feel the need, you need to add a little bit more blending towards the outside of your eye makeup, then you can do so by using a blending brush as well. And now to make sure that you're going to keep this area clean, you either can start off with your eye makeup first and then do your base, or you can also use a little bit of setting powder as well as a clean brush and just help you to dust it away and brighten the under eye area again. And so now once you have applied the outer corner shadow as well and you blended the edges away and you want to have a smooth application and everything looks fine and you're happy with the result, now all what you need is adding a few coats of mascara. Now using the various green tones can create such an amazing look that you still can wear, and of course it is obvious because those are bright colors. Which also brings me to the next eye makeup look which I want to share with you. This time we're going to stick with different tones of blues, and we're going to use the same technique as well as the same steps. The difference is we just change the color. Starting off with the light blue on the main lid area, and I'm still going to use a crease brush for this job as well as my finger. And so I'm going to dig into it just a tiny bit so that the brush is coated, and if I need more I always can add more. I just love how those colors perform, how they feel on the skin, as well as how you can blend the different shadows into each other. As I personally find that this is one of the palettes where I would say blending is so easy, and it's not like I've never had any issues with it, and you can use like all the various colors together without losing a lot of color from the shadow that you applied earlier. And so this also brings me now to the next step, which is applying the medium shadow, of course a blue one, into the crease as well as a little bit towards the outer corner as well, using the same crease brush. And so once you have applied the medium shadow through the crease and also a little bit towards the outer corner, we can move on to the next step, which is applying the same medium shadow on the lower lash line using either a flat eyeshadow brush or the same crease brush that I personally like to use, and I'm just going to squeeze it a little bit. And so once the shadow is done on the lower lash line and you connected it also a little bit more towards the upper lid area as well, we now can move on to the next step, which is applying the darker blue shadow towards the outer corner. And this is a shadow that has also a slightly bit of green in it, but it still will make a difference, and it also will add depth to the outer corner area. And I'm also going to stick with the crease brush. And now if you like to, you always can take a clean blending brush again, as I mentioned earlier, if you want to blend the edges away. And so once all the shadows are blended together and you're happy with the result, the only thing that's missing is a few coats of mascara. Now blending all those different tones of blues together just reminds me of a night sky, and I have to say I love looking into the sky and just seeing the stars, so I really enjoying wearing this look as well. And I hope that you also like this video and that you can also recreate the look at home. And if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and also share it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to click the subscribe button underneath, as this is an independent channel. Thank you so much for your support and for watching this video, and I will see you soon in the next one. Bye!